One, and we are live. Hello, hello, everybody. What's going on? I'm Drew. This is Heath,
Hello.
and we are the Sanctuary of Heroes Pop
Pop.
Cast.
Popcast.
Pop, pop, pop.
Poppin'. Poppin' lockin'.
So Yang is out. That's kind of brand new news.
The Yang Gang.
The Yang Gang is done, man.
A lot of tears tonight. A lot of Yang Gang boys hugging their pillows.
There's going to be a lot of dreams of thousands of dollars each being lost tonight.
That's right.
As the Yang Gangers sleep.
Did he ever give that out? Because when legit, when he was in the debate and he's like,
yeah,
I'm giving out $1,000 to one. I went to his website faster than, as he was saying, I zoomed to his website and I signed up immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I mean, it's
I didn't win.
It's $1,000, you know.
Yeah, I didn't win. I mean, obviously, you'd know if I did. I'd be buying everything in your.
Wouldn't be doing this dumb show.
No, with $1,000 extra, I'd be on my yacht.
Be rolling in the deep with the Dell.
Speaking of yachts, did you see that? Who is it? Bill Gates or something? He's buying some new yacht. It's like some streamlined solar Airstream yacht thing or something like that. Did you see about this?
No,
dude, it looks nuts. You got to Google it. It looks crazy. It's like a Tesla car, but a yacht. It's like a Tesla yacht. Like that. The concept of it. I've never seen anything like it.
Like a Tesla yacht.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like super. Super green. But dude, it looks. I mean, I saw it. And I was like, all right, well, I wouldn't shake a stick at that.
Bill Gates yacht.
Yeah, I think it was his yacht.
His yacht.
It was him or some other rich guy. But I bet it was him.
This might be him. Let's pop this up on the screen.
Pop it up.
Let's pop it on up. And the yacht.
I never understood the appeal of the dude. There it is.
Is that it?
Look at that, dude. The hydrogen. It runs off water.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's water powered. Like, how does that even work?
Well, it looks
we're
like
using water against itself.
Well, we do that with everything. We do that with air. Right. How do you think we float? Think about it.
It's like this water's pretty nice. Be a shame if we used it as fuel.
Yeah,
to power our machines.
That's like if you're familiar with Chris Tomlin, be like, that's a nice hymn that you have there. It'd be unfortunate if somebody added a bridge to it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I don't get the appeal of the yacht. I think it's cool, but
yeah.
I mean, what are you doing out there? Just having endless parties. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
at some point, like at day 5 of the party, you're like, let's head back in.
I don't think so, man. I don't think that happens. Have you seen you know who Dan Balzerian is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that dude lives on a yacht and does it every day and basically just throws money away. It's insane. That guy's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, did you see so the coronavirus is up to 1,000 deaths,
yeah,
I believe. And there's I think it's in Japan, it's a Japan cruise liner.
Okay.
The Princess something or whatever. And there are people stuck on the cruise liner still. And there's 2,800 people quarantined on it. And the crazy thing is they've been quarantined for 3 weeks now. And somehow 96 people have the coronavirus on board right now. And they don't know how it's spread, which is terrifying because that means it's probably airborne.
Yeah.
And then China was like, well, we're not saying it's airborne. And one guy was like, well, I'm saying it's airborne. And then he was like, well, we're going to have to kill that guy. So,
isn't that the guy that died that had it?
No, I don't think it was him. I think it was some other guy. But dude, if it's airborne, that is.
Did you hear about Did you hear about the guy from China that got his bag got quarantined at the Virginia airport, and in the bag he had a cat food jar, like a big cat food jar, full of dead birds.
I thought you were gonna say full of coronavirus. He's got a little label on it this is not coronavirus.
It says Bud Light on it.
What was he doing with it?
I don't know. I don't know.
At some point, at that level, like when they open it up, he's like, he's like, I'm not even he doesn't even give an excuse. He just looks at him like, come on.
I'm the wild card.
I'm a wild card. You don't know what's in there, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just some dead birds.
Yeah, just dead birds. You know, when I'm
stuff,
feed them to the rats downstairs. It's Charlie Day.
Yeah. Dude, that's why this is why it doesn't surprise me that this is happening in China, because they need to quit eating this stuff. First it was the bat soup.
Bats.
And now they say, no, it's pangolins, which are some sort of anteater. They're like, oh, yeah.
They look like aardvarks and like armadillos kind of.
Quit it. Just quit that.
Why would you want to eat that?
Yeah, they like it. They see it. They see a new animal, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And the first thing a Chinese person thinks is like,
oh, I bet you that tastes delicious.
Put that in a cat food jar.
It needs to go into my mouth right now.
Hungry, they just start salivating. They see some rare exotic.
They put it in the cat food jar, and then it has the little cat food slime that comes out when you like open it up, and it's like the slime on the top.
Dude, and I love China. Like that's the thing that makes me so sad. Like I would love to go visit China. I would love to go visit Japan. I'd love to go check those places out.
Yeah.
But I'm too scared to do any of that now.
Well, I lived in Japan for 7 years. I've been to China several times, different places. We went to Bangkok, Thailand. Did I? Yes. It was a pangolin pie. It's really good because you put caramel and ice cream over the top of it. It's delicious. Yeah, pangolin pie. Oh, hey. Oh, wait. This is, I think, white power now. I think I can't do that anymore.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, sorry. So
I'll do that.
So season 2 of Modern Warfare has started. So those of you fans of Modern Warfare who are playing, I'm playing quite a bit right now. My gamer tag is Epstein was murdered. I play on the PC, but it's cross play, so it's I can play with people on PS4 and the Xbox. I play it. My kids have it, and we play together too. Anyway, so excuse me. Season 2 started today, so that's been taking up some of my time. I've got back into some Rainbow Six Siege.
Nice. Nice.
Getting back into that again, and then I want to talk about a little bit longer Birds of Prey. We'll talk about Birds of Prey. So. But what have you been watching, doing? What's new in your world?
So I'm an Xbox guy. I really wish I had a PS4, but I've just never jumped into it. I don't have too many consoles because I've got the Switch. I've got, at some point I'm like, I can't do anything with all these things, So I download, the PS4 does this too. They'll have free games. And I downloaded the Telltale Batman series, which I just never got around to playing. I love those Telltale games. And I just finished it last night. It was super fun. A lot of fun. So I wish that, I don't know. I think they quit. Didn't Telltale quit or shut down or something? Maybe I'm wrong.
I know that they were doing the
Walking Dead was great.
The Walking Dead.
I don't know if you've ever played any of those, but I love those games.
I did play some of the Walking Dead one. Yeah.
Yeah. Batman. So I watched the first episode of Lock and Key, which you and I had.
I did not. I really wanted to, but so I want to hear what your thoughts are on that.
Okay. So I'm torn on it. I'm torn on it because it's such a cool concept. Yeah. But it's slow, man. Like the execution of it. The first episode, I was like, when I'm sitting there watching a show and I'm checking my phone and I'm like having a conversation, I just can't. I know something's not I'm not into it. Yeah. And so we finished the first episode and I was like, I'll keep watching, but after that first one, I was like, it better ramp up. It better get jacked up quick.
Yeah.
So because it's all about keys. I don't know if you know, but it's like this is no spoiler. I'm not giving anything away. But it's all about this, key house, and they find these keys, and one key can like teleport you places, and then one key can help you see whatever you want to see or something like that. And so it's all about keys that are opening weird dimensional locks. So it sounds like it should be amazing, but we'll see about the execution. So so that's what I've been up to, watching and checking out.
All right.
Did you watch the Oscars?
No, I didn't care.
I know. I looked at I'll check who won. I saw Brad Pitt won. I like Brad Pitt. I thought I never saw the movie he was in. I heard it was actually pretty good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. But then the movie that won Best Picture was Parasite. Yes. I don't know anybody that saw that. I didn't even know it was a thing.
No, I heard about it, and I kept seeing like trailers and stuff for it, but the trailers never. I didn't understand what it was
Yeah,
about.
what was it?
I don't know.
About some guy that had a bug in his, he had a parasite and
Maybe the
filmed it.
coronavirus, the whole thing is like publicity for Parasite.
That's right. That yeah, they're like, we put out a drug
Yeah,
just to promote the film.
yeah,
God.
yeah. Thank you for coming to our movie. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
Alex, Alex Jones of InfoWars. He thinks this whole thing is he thinks it's all staged. He thinks it's all manufactured and that China's trying to kill themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where Alex Jones is that crazy uncle.
Yeah, but sometimes he's right.
Yeah, sometimes he's right, and you're
Yeah.
like, and you don't know. And then other days
Yeah.
he's like, and then I'm seeing the clockwork aliens, and they're coming at me in the dark, and stuff. And you're like, all right, Uncle Alex, okay.
Yeah, he gets a little bit weird. Yeah, for sure. So let's see. I feel like I should have done more stuff, but I didn't. Like,
How you like Birds of Prey, right?
yeah, I mean, I liked it. I talked about it a little bit. I did a video right after the movie. It did, but and actually, interestingly enough, I just read news that DC just officially changed the title mid showing. Now it's called Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
Yeah. Why do you think it bombed? Do you think it wasn't publicized enough?
Yeah, I think it was really bad advertising. Yeah.
Okay. I sort of feel that way too, because I mean, Ewan McGregor was in it.
Right.
And I thought, it had a pretty good cast. I saw that one trailer and I was like, all right, that looks pretty fun. But it is R, right? So it's like pretty hard R.
Yeah, it's R. It's R like Deadpool was R. I mean, language
so
and
that excludes an audience. And then Harley Quinn is popular,
right.
but she's popular with a niche of people,
Well, but Suicide Squad did well, and one of the reasons I think Suicide Squad initially opened well was because they marketed Harley. I mean,
and Joker.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a huge thing, right? Because they were like, Joker's not even in the movie barely. I don't even remember a part that the Joker was in.
Now, does she mention him in the film?
Yeah. So she, it takes place basically. She just broke up with the Joker. She explains why they broke up, and basically he just was like, maybe it was more like she was done with him, but either way, she breaks up. She realizes that she has this clout in Gotham because of being Joker's girl, and so she's afraid to tell anybody that she's Joker's girl, and so that they broke up, and so it's kind of
Joker's girl.
Yeah. So I don't know how else to respond to that. Heath, thank you for that.
You want to sing it? You want to? Now it's in your head.
I do kind of want to sing it.
Can I find? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's the outfielder, the outfield, right? That sings that one.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or is that Rick Springfield?
Jesse's Girl. I love that song.
That's Rick Springfield. Anyway, so then there's Rosie Perez. She's a detective. She's kind of going after. Well, it's open season on Harley, basically. Like, everybody wants revenge on Harley for all the bad things that she's done. Now that they know that the Joker is not protecting her, and so it's her trying to figure it out. There was already a fear that this movie was going to be like one of those woke films. Like, and I didn't experience that. I kind of was watching for it, but I wasn't expecting it, and so I didn't really see it. I think people that want to see that sort of thing will see it, and they'll find reasons to justify, one way or the other. Yeah. But man, the action scenes were fantastic. I mean, the fight scenes were very well choreographed. There were some really neat scenes that I thought were really cool, and some of them, pretty violent. I mean, talking, gunshots to the head and some blood and stuff like that. So
now, without giving anything away, were the hyenas in it?
Only one of them.
Really? Because that was like a huge marketing thing. I thought they were really pushing that.
Well, back to the marketing thing. I feel like the only time I ever saw ads, I think, were on like YouTube or maybe Facebook, but I feel like those were targeted ads.
Shared. That was it, really.
Right. I mean, that was it. I didn't see stuff on Hulu. I didn't see stuff on and Hulu. I mean, Warner Brothers markets a lot of stuff on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I didn't see any of that.
It's funny that they're changing the name because I don't know if you remember this. They did this with this film called John Carter of Mars.
Mm,
Do you remember that film?
yeah.
It was originally called something like just John Carter.
Yes.
And they realized that was a horrible name for a film that was about like science fiction,
Right.
like John Carter. You're like, what? And then they said John Carter on Mars, and you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be sort of a space thing, okay?
Yeah.
And I saw that movie. It wasn't great.
I thought it was fantastic. I loved it.
Well, I don't remember, but I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it and going, well, this wasn't bad. Like this wasn't.
No, yeah, it wasn't.
It got trashed, and I was like, this wasn't bad at all. Like, what was this about? So. I mean, it's by not great. I mean, I can't tell you what happened in it. I just remember that guy, and he had a killer body. He had great abs. Okay,
yeah,
and he did whips or something. He fought with some sort of chains at one point.
That was Iron Man. That was in Iron Man 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Whiplash. Yeah, Whiplash. The killer body. Right?
Yeah,
for Mickey Rourke. Isn't that Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, wrestler.
Yeah, he got ripped for wrestler. That was crazy.
Yeah. That he had his day in the sun. He was like on cloud nine.
Literally in the sun.
Yeah, for a long. He had more than one day in the sun. He had multiple days in the sun.
Yes.
And he was on cloud nine for a while,
right?
Which gets you really close to the sun if you're up there. And so he was having a good run. But you'll see that with actors. You'll have some actors that have a really good run, and then it's sort of like,
yeah.
So, and I like Margot Robbie. I feel for her. I think she's a great actress. I think I don't know if it's like I said, I think you're right, marketing, but I think it's that push of women films. We need lots of women films. We need to just do everything with women. And I think we're going to get to a point in like 2 or 3 years where we're going to go, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had just men films for a while now? And like,
yeah,
kind of that balancing act where it's like back and forth. So
no, I think she did. I mean, they wrote Harley better in this one.
He wasn't whipped and beaten or whatever it was. What was the first? Everybody was so confused about her in the first one because they didn't understand the character. They were like, well, why does she let Joker treat her like that? And I'm like, that's sort of her thing. Like that's sort of her, like she's got the what's the syndrome? The Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. So the one thing I guess that you could probably go a little bit woke with the. She mentioned quite a bit that she had a master's degree or a doctorate. Like, so like.
Well, she's like a nurse, like
she's a psychiatrist or psychologist. Yeah.
So but it's interesting that you said that because I remember going into Captain Marvel was that where everybody was waiting to hate that movie.
Right.
I mean, everybody was waiting for the wokeness. They were going in, and there were of course moments like that where you're like, okay,
yeah, there was.
I get it. But I left that movie. I was like, that wasn't bad at all.
Right.
I thought it was fun. It wasn't Marvel's like A game, but it was fine.
I like the '90s throwbacks, the callbacks. Yeah. That was fun. Yeah.
Stuff with Samuel L. Jackson that was fun. So, I don't love the way they're doing Captain Marvel, but I think they can fix it. I think they're going to move forward and it'll be fine. So when she shows up in Endgame, she's got the Karen haircut. Like, I saw the meme like, I want to talk to your manager.
Yeah.
And then
where's Thanos? I want to talk to his manager. Yeah.
I wish they had just done the mohawk because I love
that. Would have been cool. I mean, when she went binary, they did. Like she had with her suit on, she was mohawked.
I just think it's weird anytime. So like with Harley Quinn, I think Ewan McGregor's cool, but he's sort of a big name. You know what I mean? He's like that big name. So that's hard to do. Same thing with Jude Law.
Oh, sure.
Because you're like, well, that's Jude Law. That's not, and so that's why I'm a little worried about Angelina Jolie. If she plays it chill, that'll be great. But the whole time I'll look at her and I'll say, hey, that's Angelina Jolie. That's pretty cool. She's,
Well, and that's interesting because I felt the same way when I saw Laura Dern in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But she did a really good job, though. I felt like she her role in that film was good. I actually enjoyed the movie. I think there was a lot of people that didn't, but I felt like it had some depth to it, and it was it was enjoyable to me.
Have you seen the newest one yet?
No, I have not. I will.
Yeah, the issue is each movie, if you view it by itself, is pretty good. Like they're
Yeah.
pretty fun. If you put them all three together, it's a real train wreck. And the
Mm,
only reason is because they're two different directors. I mean, they had no shared
yeah.
vision. There was no shared goal. I mean, I read just like 2 days ago that George Lucas, when he originally sold them the rights,
Yeah.
they promised him, Kathleen Kennedy promised him that they would use his storyline
Mm,
and branch off it. And then he was furious because he sold it and they just basically tossed the script out. So I would love to, I mean, I'm not a huge like George Lucas apologist, but I'd like to read it. I'd love to see
sure.
I think
At
it'd be
least to
cool.
see the completion of his vision of that story.
I want to see Jar Jar Binks take over as the lead Jedi.
Yeah, absolutely. With all of his metachlorians.
What if that's the thing? Like we feel sort of bad for Lucas. I'm like, man, I want to see that script, but Kathleen Kennedy was like protecting him. Like
Right.
the script was like Jar Jar's revenge, Jar Jar's
Yeah.
how Jar
What
Jar
if
gets
it was? Yeah. What if it? That's a deep thought, man. Like, what if it was so terrible?
the very end is like Misa Skywalker. At the very end, he like pulls out his sword and
He just no. He just rips off his mask, and it turns out that it is actually Luke Skywalker.
dude, he was. The thing about Jar Jar is I'll go back and I'll watch those movies and I'll be like, this is the stupidest thing. And then my son watches it and he's like, oh, I love Jar Jar. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, okay, I get it. There we
Sure.
go. That's why, for kids, he's hilarious. He's freaking hilarious.
Right. Well, he is the. I mean, he was the baby Yoda for our time, kind of.
I'm a Jawa. I'm not Jawa. I'm an Ewok. I'm an Ewok guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ewok.
I want to tell you, I saw Knives Out. It's fantastic.
Oh. Dude, I've heard my parents saw it.
Yeah.
And I said, would I like it? And they said, oh yeah, you love it. But that's the thing. I like Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
Who directed? I think he's a really cool director. And have you ever seen Brick? His other movie. He has a movie called Brick. That's fantastic.
Is it an older one?
Yeah, it's an older one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh yeah, I've seen Brick. Yeah.
And then he has another one called Brothers Bloom with Adrian Brody, I think, and Mark Ruffalo. And if you have not seen that movie, those are two fantastic films. I mean, you would do yourself a service, sir, to watch those. So, I like Ryan. I'll definitely check it out.
Well, so it's on Prime. If you want to buy it, it's like $15 on Prime.
Okay.
We sat through and watched it, man, and it's lots of twists and turns. And it's I mean, the acting is fantastic. Daniel Craig is he plays the Southern gentleman.
Yeah, I forgot he's in that.
It's good. It's a little bit less about all of the characters that than you think that, the trailers kind of lead on like that you're going to get a lot of like substance with all the characters, and it's not really. They kind of narrow it down after like the first maybe 20 minutes. But
is it like a murder mystery? Is that what it's about?
Yeah, think of like a modern Clue sort of.
Okay.
But the way that they tell the story is it's you really can't piece it together. Like it's very hard to guess the way that they tell the story of like who done it until the end, and then you're like,
oh, I love that.
Okay, so
I like that. I like piecing stuff together. I don't like it when it's so clear. Like 10 minutes in, you're like,
right,
it was the butler. Like you just know it's that guy.
My wife is that way, man. She always knows. She calls it half the time more than I do. I'm like,
dude, I know. I can't stand that. Like I'll watch a movie and my wife will be like, I bet it's gonna play out like this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, but you're right, And then when she's wrong, I'm like,
I got you. Yeah, you're gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I know,
woman.
But I don't predict it. I just go anytime I'm watching movies. I'm like, just stop. Just nobody talk. Let's just play it out. Play it out. So I'm not one of those guys. I don't go to a movie theater and I'll just be like, I bet he died. I bet he dies. I don't talk during the whole thing. And
that was my thing.
I know. Yeah. Who's your prediction for tonight for New Hampshire? Who do you think takes it? Do you have the results?
I don't know.
I'm looking right now.
You can go look. I don't know.
Bernie takes it? Do you care?
I don't.
It's gonna be an interesting thing. All right, 29% in. Bernie's taking it right now. 27%.
Okay. And I'm guessing Buttigieg is right behind him.
You are correct. You are correct, sir. And then this is interesting. Klobuchar, Amy Klobuchar, Elizabeth Warren, and Mr. Old Grandpa Joe,
Yeah.
fifth place. Did you hear recently that he called somebody a dog face pony rider?
Yeah,
Did you
or
hear that?
pony soldier or something like that.
Pony
Yeah,
soldier, that's
yeah.
right. And it was a girl.
This
It was a
dude's losing
girl.
his mind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the beginning, I thought, okay, I thought this is going to be the guy. It was just clear. He was up in all the polls. And then he called that one guy Fats. And then then he started talking about corn pop a lot. Remember that? Corn pop and kids touching his leg hair and stuff. And now dog faced pony soldier.
Yeah, he's
I've never seen a dog faced pony soldier.
Well, the best SNL did a skit of the Democratic debate, and it was very funny. Really? And it was actually when they asked the question, they asked Buttigieg. It was Colin Jost, who was Buttigieg, and so they asked him, "Is like, so who are you claiming that won the Iowa caucus?" And he looks right at the camera and he's like, "Donald Trump."
Yeah, dude, they've actually been. I love SNL when they don't go, super
right.
well. But dude, I've been loving their stuff recently. I thought that they're actually putting out some really good skits.
They have a lot of material, man. You thought Trump gave a lot of material, dude? Like the Democrats are.
Well, and it shows you they're not. It shows you they're not united, like because they don't know who to grapple onto. At first, they were like Warren. They were playing really chill because Warren was always fun. She's like, I'm the grandma and I'm having a good time taking my kids to basketball camp, or and you're like, all right, that's a little. But now they're not doing that anymore. Now it's just like Biden from the very beginning. Woody Harrelson playing Biden was amazing. That was like the perfect. But I'm convinced that Woody Harrelson could play anything at this point. And I'd be on board.
Well, I can't wait to see him as Carnage. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I know, dude. Yeah. That's good. When he first came out in Venom 1 at the very end, I was like, I couldn't believe the hair. I was like, did they really give him that hair? But now I'm like, all right, he's going to make that work. He's a killer actor, dude. He's really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he comes off as like some sort of country bumpkin, but he's fantastic.
Well, he's like a good old boy because he was in Cheers. He was this young bartender, and everybody just kind of loved him, and he was very charming. And so, like, then he did Natural Born Killers, and everybody's like, "Whoa, like this dude is crazy."
That's right. That's right, dude. I saw something the other day. Oh, I didn't know Danny DeVito was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Have you seen the old One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? No. He looks completely different.
Okay.
You need to pull up a picture of it. Danny DeVito and
is he normal sized?
Yeah, he's like skinny, and he's like, I mean, I barely
6'5".
Yeah, he's like 6'5".
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, he looks completely different. It's bizarre.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
So, yeah, I don't know what happened where he just slowly shrunk and shrunk and shrunk.
Well, he started working in a chocolate factory for a while, so I think that yeah, I think there.
I have been watching more Sunny.
Have you
been watching a lot of Sunny? Yeah, dude, the new season. It's good, dude. It's.
I don't know if I'm watching the newest season. I don't think I'm caught up on the newest.
Yeah,
one yet.
There was one where they had to do an escape room, and they did all the escape room in their own house, but they didn't understand how.
Yes, I did see that one.
They're playing against each other, and they're not working together, and they're on the first clue, and they spend the whole hour on the first clue, and then finally they open it up, and it says like, "Clue 1 has just begun."
Yeah.
Of like
39. It was like a lock. It was the lock because one held the lock and one held the key, and they didn't want to tell the others because they wanted to be the ones that solved it.
Dude, that's so funny. Those guys are geniuses.
And Mac is just ripped.
Yeah, they're like, he's like, should I take my shirt off?
Yeah.
No. Why do you stop doing that? Why do you keep taking?
He's like, I got ripped for this.
Dude, he's crazy. That actor is crazy because he legit gets fat and then gets ripped and then gets fat and then gets. I'm like, I don't know what his workout routine is, but I bet it's cray. I bet it's nuts.
Yeah, like I mean, it's almost like normal life, except for like I just get fat and then lose weight and then just get fat again. Like I don't get ripped ever. It's always just fat or just lose weight.
It's never the rip.
Fat or less fat, basically.
There's Andrew Murray says, coming in late. What's up, gentlemen? Hello. Nice shirt. Look at that. Look what a nice gentleman.
Oh, thanks,
What a
man.
nice little boy. Thank you, little boy.
I'm undercover, dude. You just blew my cover. I was wearing a civilian shirt, and now you just told everybody that I'm not a civilian.
Just Hans Lusner. Hello, Hans.
Hans Lusner. Hello, sir. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a sale tonight. I think it's been a while. It's been about a week or so.
Sale.
So I'm gonna do a little live auction here on the Facebook page after this. So people are probably tuning in.
Now what? I don't know if you're ready to disclose this, but I saw you make a cryptic post and you said something about Shopify or some sort of app.
Yes.
Something you're working on. What's your little?
Dude, I got a lot of things going on, man. I've been super busy. Basically, my brother-in-law and I are in the process of developing an app for comic book stores that run a Shopify store that basically allows them to import the data, and it takes time away from having to plug. Like for me on my store, I plug in a lot of I copy and paste a lot of data for all the new releases and stuff like that. So this kind of takes that away.
You think that they would have something like, you think that like previews would have some sort of like API code or something where you just type, you just copy and paste it,
right,
and it drops it right in.
Yeah, they have like it seems like a lot of stores have their own thing that they do that are like their own versions, but nobody has like an app to just download right in to use in your store. So it's still in the works. It's not close to being done yet. We're in an alpha phase.
It's like quality of life stuff. That's awesome. That's really, I mean, that's important.
So I'm working on that, and then I'm actually I'm talking to people about writing a children's book.
Yeah.
So I found out that there's actually a lot of really cool. Am I looking for investors? Always looking for investors.
I'm always looking for money. Yes, I'm there.
Yes, always. But I kind of have this vision of, since I know a lot of comic book artists and I know a lot of people that are out there in the industry, I have this vision of writing a kids series of overcoming like social fears and things that are, that you get nervous about, like the first day of school or riding the bus for the first time or going to the dentist, like and so it would be written like a Diary of the Wimpy Kid, kind of cartoony, but it allows like kids to see things and then ask questions, and the parents can talk about stuff. But I want to use, instead of having a consistent illustrator and author every time, myself and my kids actually as the authors, we would use various comic book artists for each story in the series. So it gives exposure and abilities for comic book artists to have published work, because Amazon has an amazing publishing program that you can publish your work for free, and it's pay to print for your hardbacks or for your paperbacks.
Legit, dude. Yeah, I saw Anna Zuo got all excited, and then she like tried to back out. She was like, "Oh well, maybe I'm doing something. Get out of here, Anna." She'll never watch this, but no, that would be cool. I have a friend who published a book, and then his manager or his agent called him and was like, "Hey, do you want to do a golden book for Disney?" And he's like, "All right." And he did the golden book for Toy Story 4 for Disney. Got paid next to nothing because all he did was adapt the script. I mean, they pawn those things out. They hand you the script, and then, but still, that's pretty cool. I mean, you get in with Disney, and then he's working on one right now about umbrellas.
Oh, no kidding.
Who did umbrellas. So he's actually a legit dude. Morrow says, "I'm afraid of the boogeyman under my bed, under my back." By Donny Cates. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'm afraid of the boogeyman.
Yeah, I just think it would be cool. Like, I don't want to disclose too much because it's totally a work in progress. But it's just, the first book is going to be a lot of fun, and my idea is to get, we're going to address a specific fear, and it's going to be told in the way of like an older sibling trying to scare a younger sibling about what this situation is. And so the younger sibling is having this, these imaginations of this situation being a certain kind of scary way, and then it turns out that, at the end, that it's all okay and it's not a scary situation. And
that's sick.
So
I have this weird paranoia, Drew, that sometimes I'll have a good idea and I'll say it out loud. Like I'll just put it out there.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
immediately, like a week later, somebody is famous who has the power is done it.
Right.
And I'm like, I shouldn't have said anything. Why did I? I have this killer idea for a movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen. Have I talked about this? Have I said this?
No.
Okay. It's called. See, I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there, and then you're going to see it. All right. But at least it's here. At least I've said it live. It's called A Royal Affair. All right. Now let me pitch this idea to you. It's brilliant.
Wait, hang on. I think I feel
have
like
you heard about this?
Didn't you talk about this in the first podcast?
I don't know. Maybe I did. I try to put it out there
no,
as much.
No, you talked about a TV show. You talked about it.
Rich Games.
Rich Games. That's right.
And they're all credible. They're all amazing ideas.
All of your things are about rich and royalty, dude. What's going on?
No. Okay, so check this out. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So James Franco is a world-class thief. All right. You can already see this, right? Yeah, of course he is. Duh. And he's going to give up. He's done. He's doing one last big gig. He wants to go out on top. So Seth Rogen, who works for him, says, I got it. You're going to steal the crown jewels. Okay, of course. So he has to seduce the queen. He has to get in. Now, the queen is played by Fred Armisen from SNL, who would just kill it. Right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Prince Charles is played by Will Ferrell, who would be a killer, and he'd be like, I'm your new brother, or I'm your new daddy, or whatever.
Like a stepbrother sort of
situation. Yeah, like that sort of thing. And he's in there, but then he ends up falling in love with the queen, and Meghan Markle is played by like Kristen Wiig or something, and she's trying to do the same thing. She's snuck in trying to do the same thing. Anyways, it's a great idea. It's a brilliant idea. So
yeah, you should
do it. Royal Affair, take it.
Yeah, you should totally pitch that.
I've been trying to. I don't know how to get. You know how many times I've Googled how to get a hold of Seth Rogen.
Yeah, just send.
I could tweet at him.
Just tweet Joe Rogan, and I think he'll get back to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, can you talk to your brother for me?
Hey, man, can you talk to Seth for me, please?
I know this may be, maybe I shouldn't ask this, but you know, he's sort of famous, and
I mean, he's clearly the better looking one. You know?
I bet Joe could get that done for me, man. I'm gonna.
He probably can. I mean, I'll ask him. I mean, we're on that level now. We both podcast.
That's the news. Florida man.
Ones of viewers.
Florida man tweets at Joe Rogan asking about his brother Seth. That's the headline.
There was a Florida man something recently. My wife and I were looking at. I don't remember what it was.
That's every day, man. That's my life. And they still say Florida man. If you live in Florida, they still say it. They still say local Florida man.
They don't just say man or like dude from around here.
I think it's a meme now. They just do it. They just purposely do it just for the fun of it. Local Florida man does.
That's crazy, man. That's a crazy
pizza bagel or something. I saw some crazy one the other day. Pizza bagel killer or something like that.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man, this is the world we're living in.
Does he kill pizza bagels or does he kill people with pizza bagels?
That's the question.
It's like a 7 gluttony thing.
That's the problem. What's in the box, man?
What's in the box? He was shoving pizza bagels in my mouth.
See, that was another thing about Brad Pitt winning. When he won, I was like, didn't he win already? Like, I thought he won for 7 Monkeys or not. What was that movie? You remember that movie? 6 Monkeys.
I remember 7. No, there's 7 monkeys, unless it's 13 monkeys. No, I think it's 7.
It's a number with monkeys afterwards.
Yeah, it's numbered monkeys.
Willis, but you don't even know it's Brad Pitt because he looks so freaky in the movie.
Long hair and like an eye patch or something.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I thought, well, maybe he won for that, and then I thought, well, maybe he won for something else he had done, but no, never got nominated. He got nominated maybe, but never won. Which is crazy.
Well, I got to make a recommendation. If you have a chance to listen to Joe Rogan's show with Robert Downey Jr., it's very good. Yeah,
I've only seen the clip where he talks about the big clip where he talks about Tropic Thunder or whatever.
Yeah, that was a really fun part of that interview. That was good.
Dude, I love RDJ.
RDJ.
I think he's a good dude.
Yeah, I think he's legit. Like, he had some issues and he came back and he killed it.
He's grateful. He's really, I think he's just grateful. I don't know if you've ever seen that clip of him talking about Mel Gibson and how Mel Gibson got him back from the brink. Like, he's 12
monkeys. Wow, 7 and 13. We were way off.
It is such a powerful clip. He is announcing Mel Gibson. This is after Mel Gibson did his racist stuff and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he announces Mel Gibson and he says, "Listen, I want you to tell you something. He believed in me when nobody else believed in me. He got me back in, called my agent, whatever." And he said, "I think Mel Gibson's hugged the cactus long enough, and you guys need to forgive him and move forward." It's a really powerful speech. And
Wow.
after that, I was like, "That's a good dude."
Wow.
After Doolittle, he probably wants back in the Oh my word.
Was Doolittle terrible? I think my son saw it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything great about it. I heard it was like a CGI madness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like what can you do when it's you and a bunch of green screens and a bunch of, at least with Marvel, they had some sort of like there was other people to work off of, but with animals, that's hard. So. And he did some weird accent or something. I heard you couldn't even understand him half the time.
Trying to pull like a Johnny Depp as a Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes they'll take a risk and it doesn't pay off.
Right.
And maybe the director's like too nervous to say something. Like maybe I should step in or no. Okay, I'll let them.
It's RDJ.
RDJ, he'll be fine. This is gonna make millions.
It's gonna make at least $1 million.
Dude, not to keep going back to Star Wars, but there was something I wanted to mention. Disney just announced that they're going to sell reservations for their whole new Star Wars theme park, right? They already have little Smuggler's Run, all that kind of stuff going on. But they're going to sell reservations for the hotel.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a 2-day interactive experience where you are just in it nonstop. Wow. You fly on a shuttle to get to the hotel. They make you feel like you're doing all this stuff. So
wow,
I'm pumped about that. Like I would.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, heck yeah, well, I guarantee you that for the first like 3-4 years, it's going to be booked.
Yeah,
it'll probably be booked solid.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's
crazy.
Of course it will, but Disney's just they're rich. They make so much money.
Yeah. Well,
hydro yachts. They're off on their yaks, and
they're on their yaks with Bill Gates, hydroing around on
I don't blame them.
Yakets. Yeah, man. So I will be. I'm working on the plans to go to C2E2. So I've got. I'm working on a place to stay right now. I got a buddy that lives in Chicago, so I think I'll be staying at his place. Debating if I want to take the RV or not. If the place falls through, I might have to take the RV and drive up there.
Yeah. And are you bringing stuff? Are you bringing like a big load of stuff?
Not a big load. I'm bringing some stuff. I got a bunch of stuff that people want me to get signed, but I'll probably be more buying stuff there and bringing it back. Buying stuff, as a middleman for people. So that's likely what I'll be doing. So
a lot of signatures, a lot of
signatures, show exclusives, exactly that. Yeah. So cool.
Crazy. Cool.
Yeah, man. Well, that'll do it then. I don't really have a last word, and I feel like you gave the last word already. So
I've given so many last words.
Yeah, we'll just end it. We'll end it at this, and we'll be back next Tuesday, guys. And if there's ever anything you guys want us to talk about, you can always message the page with podcast topics or ideas, and we'll just be here doing this live and chatting like we're hanging out together.
Shooting the breeze.
Shooting the breeze. Cut.
Shooting Drew Brees.
Shooting Drew Brees. Shooting Drew Brees. Oh, well, I didn't say that. He did.
You want to shoot Drew Brees. That's the last word. Don't shoot Drew Brees.
Don't shoot. I'm trying to figure out how to point here. Okay, there we go.
Don't shoot Drew Brees.
All right. Take care, guys. Peace out. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
And we are